guys, this is Katja with Creators Image Studio. Christmas is nearing, guys, so I have 4 ideas to create Christmas cards. They are not too different, but they are 4 different ways to make cards. 3 of those are relatively quickly to do, so I hope you find it useful, so let's take a look. Well, the first one you already know, that is simple paper crafting, and I already showed you these. So these are paper craft traditionally, so you use design paper and cardstock and you create some cards. If you want to see these in more detail, check out one of my previous videos, so I won't dwell on these now. The next tip is using mixed media techniques. So I created 2 backgrounds, so I will insert that here, and one is actually on white paper, that is the left one, and one is on black paper. It's actually a craft tag, a black craft tag. So I created the one on the left, and every time I had some paint left on my stencil, I just basically, the right one uses the leftover, the materials that I started off on the left. Anyway, so what I did with the black tag is I cut off the actual tag part, so with the hole in it, and I cut it to size, and I used it as a mat on a cream colored cardstock, so very simple. I made sure that the stenciled word Christmas here is still visible. And then I die cut winter wishes with some gold holographic paper. So it is very, very easy to do once you have the backgrounds, of course, and it looks great. So if you make sure that you do your backgrounds first, so one day or 1 week or 1 month, you do your backgrounds and have fun with that, leave them be for a while, and then when you feel like it, you are going to create your cards, so you don't do everything in one single go. So don't create a background thinking, oh, I have to make a card from it and it's there, what will I do? Don't. Just go with the flow, do your backgrounds, do your thing, enjoy it, enjoy the process, and then days or even weeks later you can do your card and have a whole different kind of creative process. And I have to say, these are very quick to make once you have your backgrounds going. As for the one on the left that I just showed you, I cut it in half, so it was one piece, and I cut it in half so I could do 2 4x6 inch cards. So I just took some craft colored cardstock. So the background was already done, the Christmas, again, I stenciled it when I did the background, so I didn't have to do any of that now. The only thing I added are those deer. So these are die cuts, and I did them on baby blue glittered paper. So I didn't glitter them myself, so that was also very easily and very quickly done. And it is actually a die set of 4 deer. So on the other card I used the other 2 deer. So it was one go through the die cutting machine, and there you go. I could top 2 cards with it. And here I added a stamp, Fijne Kerst in Dutch, so have a good Christmas. And yeah, so again, very quickly and easily done once you have the background made. Now then, for the next tip, what I did is create 2 backgrounds that I'm showing you here. So I used some sprays, and then I sprinkled it with water, so the water made the ink sprays wick. So those are the whitish dots that you see here, and I used Tim Holtz Distress Ink sprays for it. And then I simply took a nice die and well, just ran it through the die cutting machine and stuck it on a white piece of cardstock. So that is one of the very easiest things I think I've done yet. And I did add some stickles here and there, so here and there you can see some tiny accents that glitter and sparkle. Same here. All of these are unique, of course, because no sprayed background can ever be the same. So They look alike, but they are unique. And look at how elegant this looks. And the only thing I did was just did some spray, so and let it dry, and then run it through the die cutting machine. So it doesn't have to be difficult to create cards. You just need some backgrounds, and you can do this of course with design paper. If you're not a mixed media person, just get some nice design paper and do the same thing, run it through the die cutting machine and stick it on some white cardstock, and off you go. And then last but not least, I combined the two, so I did some backgrounds. So let me show you first all of the backgrounds that I did in these colors. So you can see I did 4 and different sizes, so 2 somewhat larger ones and 2 somewhat smaller ones. And then I cut the larger ones in half as well. So I ended up with 6 smaller ones. And then, you know, use some to die cut from and some as a background. So you can see here that I did some die cutting and I added some glitters here. Added some prettige feestdagen sentiment, so something like season's greetings. And just stick it on a nice piece of cardstock. And there you go. So let me show you the other 2. So again with the same Merry Christmas die cut, and this time not on a white piece of cardstock. Could have done that with this one of course, but I chose to place it onto a inked background. Look at that great effect, again with the glitter glue here and there to add some sparkly bits. And that's it. And the very last one that I did with these colors is do some different you know, just take different parts to die cut from. So there you can see that the greens here are slightly different from the greens here, because I use different colors to spray. And then you just place your dies just so that they have the colors that you want, and then add some glitters here and there, and I did it here as well. And this is some liquid pearl that I did, and yeah, I did some text. This is Blessed Holidays, Blessed Christmas. Yeah, so again, it looks elegant, but it is fairly easily done once you have your backgrounds going. And you do, of course, need a die cutting machine and some nice die cuts, dies. And then that's all you need. And this is in fact significantly faster to finish these kind of cards when compared to your regular scrapbooking techniques. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed these ideas and these tips. Alright guys, and those were my 4 Christmas card ideas, 4 ways to create great cards, and 3 of those only takes about a third or a quarter of the time that it would take you to create a card with design paper. So I hope you find this a useful tip, and as I just told you, you don't really need to do the backgrounds yourself if that is not your thing. So if you are not a mixed media person, or if you don't like to work with inks or paints or all of those things, just take a beautiful piece of design paper and do your die cutting from it, and you will have that same great effect, especially on the white cardstock. Oh, it's so elegant and so clean. And of course it is very close to Christmas that I'm posting this, but I know you are like me, and there are some of you who are always close to the deadline and always need to do some last minute cards. So for you, I hope this is a very useful tip. Okay guys, so enjoy your Christmas, lots of love with your family, and I hope you will be able to see them and to visit them or receive them in your home. We in the Netherlands, we have some limitations. We are in lockdown at the moment, but I will be able to see my own mom, fortunately. So we will be spending Christmas with the 2 of us together, cozy near the Christmas tree. So I wish you a very, very Merry Christmas. despite of all of these bizarre circumstances, and of course the happiest of New Year's. And yeah, may 2021 be a better year for all of us. Okay guys, thank you for watching. Press the like if you like this video, and if you want to, please subscribe to my channel and you will see more of where this came from. So thank you for watching guys, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.